Hello,
Hi.
uh, my name is Lamia, and I'm gonna be your tutor for today.
Okay, my
What
name
is
is
your name?
Upasana.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
And
too.
okay, that's awesome. Well, if you want to go with introduction, I will start
Yeah, please.
first. So my name is Lamia. I am 19 years old.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm 20. I had a birthday last week,
Okay.
and I study economics. And my hobby is modern ballet.
Okay. Your
What
hobby is?
about you?
Could you please repeat what your hobby is?
Dancing. My
Dance.
hobby is dancing, yes.
Okay.
Ballet, yeah.
Ballet dance.
Yes.
Okay, that's really okay. Ballet. So I also like this dance. So is there any classes at your place? How did you learn ballet?
Well, there is actually a free school of ballet that you can sign up when you're like 5 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you practice for 4 or 5 years. And if you want to continue, there's also like ways. It's really awesome because it's most of the time free. So I was very lucky to have that.
Okay, that's really wonderful to know. Even I also wanted to learn ballet, but there are no classes available here in India.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm not sure why it is so because in my place there are no classes available for this dance.
Well, I know a lot of people actually like not ballet, but a lot of dances they learn from YouTube videos,
Yeah,
like hip hop. Yeah, a lot of choreographies, amazing
so
dancers.
all the dance classes are free at your place, or is this the only dance that is free? Ballet.
Only one, only one that is
Why
free.
is it so? Why other dance classes are not free and only this one?
Because I think ballet is a very, I guess, a very hard, right? And because of that, I feel like a lot of people don't want to practice it because you need a lot of money, a lot
Hmm.
of like things to invest. For example, shoes, you have to change shoes at least once a month. And I feel like that's why like people are pushing others to practice ballet because nobody really wants to do that.
Okay, so do you also perform somewhere or it's just your hobby?
Not really. Well, Corona,
Okay.
Corona right now. I don't really perform, but I don't know. Right now, I'm just like not really. I guess I'm not really practicing it all the time, right? Because I feel like I'm kind of 20 years old, and maybe I go once a month somewhere, but
Okay.
like my dancing days are kind of over right now.
Okay. All right. So I was reading your bio before joining this session, and I find it really very interesting. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. So you are just only 20 years old, and it was written over there that you started working in 2015.
2015 tutoring.
Yeah, tutoring. So,
Yes, yes, I did.
is it allowed at your place to start working before you are underage?
Well, it was more okay. So I started working at my school because in my school I used to go to a medical high school, right?
Okay.
And it was very important for people to know English, but a lot of people didn't know that, right? And we had this wonderful, wonderful English teacher,
Okay.
and she was my favorite teacher, and she liked me, and I liked her very much.
Hmm.
And because she was so busy,
Okay.
right? She told me and asked me if I wanted to like make some money. It wasn't like I guess a lot of money, but it was tutoring money uh, to like teach English to some of the high school students that was struggling with it, right?
Okay.
So like maybe 3 times a day after school, I would like have tutoring classes with those people. So it was really cool. And
Really?
yeah, it's allowed because, it wasn't really, I guess, it was a part-time job. So yeah, I
So is it
think
allowed at your place to start working at what age usually people start working at your place?
not really, not really, not really. It's like, you can work part-time, but even then, you have to like have some legal documents to back that up, right? But if you mean like a full-time job at the age of 15, no, you can't.
Okay.
What about India? What about?
Here in India as well, like you can start working after the age of 18, and if you want to do something, then you must need a degree for that. So graduation might be compulsory. Some students start working after completing their 12th as well. So
Hmm,
it's not a big deal, but usually family doesn't allow their children to work.
hmm. Do you agree with that? Do you agree that, you should work only after 18?
No, no, I don't agree. Even I really like your culture because if you are willing to start working at 15, so you can be independent and you can earn money for yourself. So I really don't believe on it.
Yeah, I agree. What about you? Tell me about yourself.
Yeah, so as I have already told you, my name is Upasana and I'm from India. I'm 23 years old and I also started working in the age of 18. So when I completed my 12th, I started working. I also started my career by teaching students. So I also used to teach English to people in an institute I used to teach. So I taught for 1 year. Then I changed my profile. I became a content writer. For 1 year, I worked as a content writer. And now again, I'm a English trainer because I find it very interesting and I like to teach people.
Yeah. Do you teach people online or do you have your own students?
I teach people online. I have my own YouTube channel. So I have more than 14,000 subscribers right now. So it's been 5 or 6 months I started my YouTube channel. And then I teach students on Zoom and sometimes live on YouTube.
You have to tell me about it. Like, why YouTube channel? How it all started? That's really cool.
So when this corona thing started and I lost my job because a lot of companies were firing people. So I lost my job and then I was thinking now what should I do? And I was waiting for this corona thing to get ended. But then I thought why should I wait? And I started shooting my videos and started uploading on YouTube. So in earlier days it was not going that good, but right now some of my videos went viral and now the subscribers are more than 14,000 and a lot of people are connected and that's the thing, and I'm working as an influencer as well.
Oh, that's really cool and also very creative.
And I really
Um,
find it very interesting as well, like rather than working for others, I'm working for myself now, so I'm very happy with whatever I'm doing
yeah.
right now.
I actually really like the concept of working for yourself because it's very easy like how much effort you put into something, that's how much the success you're gonna have. So
That's true.
that's really cool. But what about like when you filmed your first YouTube video? Can you tell me about
Really,
it? Were you nervous?
it was really very difficult because I was not really very comfortable shooting the videos because I used to teach in the classroom. I never shoot my any video, but that was the first time, and it was not that good because it was expressions less, and I was speaking like a robot. Okay, you need to do this, you need to do this. So now, if I compare myself from the first video and the last video I have uploaded, I can see a lot of improvement. And this is what I suggest my students as well. If you continue to shoot videos and continue to do something, you will eventually get better in it.
Yeah, it makes sense, especially like if you weren't used to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, that's
It can be really, yeah, it can be really difficult. I have to say, like, for example, like, I have really improved, I guess, my presentation skills when I started teaching on this platform, I was used to really, I guess, nervous when I
Mhm.
would present something, right? And I would like forget half of the things I wanted to say.
It happens.
And yeah, yeah. But do you like do anything, I guess, in order to prepare yourself, when you're shooting a YouTube video?
Yeah, so I do a lot of research before uploading any video. Suppose I have to upload a video on any topic, then before uploading that, I prepare proper content. I write all the things down, and then I practice how I'm going to express it. And earlier, it used to happen that I had to shoot a lot of videos, like 5 or 6 or 7 times a same video. But now it doesn't happen. I can shoot in one or two go.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
And
So like, would you say YouTube now is your full-time job?
yes, it is, and I'm very serious about it as well. So in future as well, once this Corona thing will get over, so even after that, I'm going to follow this, pursue it.
Oh,
Sorry.
really?
Yeah.
You also told me that you were an influencer. Can you
I
tell me more about that?
I'm an influencer right now. So as I have 14,000, more than 14,000 subscribers, so a lot of people are approaching me to promote their product. So
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, do you maybe use other social medias besides YouTube?
no, only this one. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, but I'm not that active there. I'm just active on YouTube channel. So every day I
Uh,
come live on my YouTube channel for half an hour and for 30 minutes every day.
okay, this is what I want to know. What would you say? Because you told me you worked in school, right? Teaching English.
Not a school, but it was an institute.
Okay, yeah, an institute. Okay. What would you say is the biggest difference, when it comes to learning students English language?
Mhm.
You know,
So So I have found different like experience when I used to teach people face to face, and even when I started teaching students, so people were like double of my age. Some people were 40 years old, some people were 45 years old. So they used to judge me a lot that she is just 20 years old, she is just 18. How is she gonna teach us? So this is the first thing that people's mentality is this, that if someone is younger to them, so they just take them for granted. And
yeah.
another difference is that when someone is learning English and they don't see any improvement in them, so they just give up, like, okay, now I'm not able to learn it, so I'm not going to learn it. So this is the thing that happens sometimes.
Yeah, I understand. It's very it all depends on what people you are able to teach, right? Everybody is different, but at the same time everybody has their own struggles with the language.
So does
So
it
yeah.
happen with you as well? Just you are only 20 years old and you must be teaching a lot of students. So does it happen with you also?
I'm actually really lucky because I haven't met, like right now, a student who is okay. Like, of course, there are some students who struggle, but like, I haven't met anybody who didn't think I knew English just because I'm 20 years old,
Uh-huh.
if it makes sense. Which also makes sense because this is the app for learning English, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah. But how did you learn English?
So when I was in school, I used to read novels, and I really find it very interesting. And watching TV series helped me a lot. So these were the two things. And I started speaking as well. So initially, I used to make several mistakes, but I learned from my mistake. I used to read books. This is how I improved. And I was really interested in reading books. So there were so many subjects when I was in 12th or 11th, but I didn't really like any other subject. It was just English I was really interested in. So I used to read all the stories that was written in my English books. That was the thing.
Oh, and you also told me you watched series, right? You watched dramas.
Earlier I used to watch, but right now I don't get time and I don't find it interesting these days.
Yeah, I understand. I feel like everything is the same, right? Just a little different.
And
Yeah.
and how many languages do you know?
Well, okay, so I am kind of learning
Mhm.
German. I really want to learn German and Spanish.
Okay.
It's really, it's like A2 if I have to say. Like, I don't know how to like describe it. I can't fluently speak, right?
What is A2? It is a name of language.
No, no, no. It's like, okay, so you have from A1 to C2, right?
Okay.
Level of language skills that you have. For example, like I can speak English fluently, that means my language level could be B2, C1, right? It's very high, but sometimes like if you're able just to construct basic sentences, then you may say, oh, I have A2 language level skill.
Okay. So,
So yeah.
so what would you suggest someone if someone is learning English? What would you suggest them? What is the most effective way to learn a language?
I would say, uh, okay, so you have to know some words, and I feel like you can find different approaches when learning new words. It doesn't have to be, you taking a piece of paper and learning it. You can watch stuff, you can listen to music. For example, I listen to music a lot, that's how I learned it. But the most important thing would be speak with other people.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. Because, like, when you have a conversation, even if you don't know the language, even if you're really bad at that conversation, you're kind of pushing yourself to speak. And each time it gets better. At least for me, that was the case.
Okay, I also believe so. But a lot of time it happens that we don't have a speaking partner as English is not our native language. So, what would you suggest that time? How should we practice alone?
Well, here's the thing. I actually didn't had a language partner, right?
Hmm.
I had a friend, and she also didn't know English. She was also not fluent in English, and I think we were 12 years old when
Okay.
we decided to learn English, and both, I guess, of each other were kind of like pushing ourselves to have a conversation, even though we were really bad at it. So like maybe find somebody. I feel like find somebody. He doesn't have to know the language. Just have somebody that you can push each other, right? To kind of also have that competitiveness, right? To like
That's
be better than the other person. I feel like that really helps. But also, I know there are a lot of apps that you can install that lets you speak with native speaker, or like for example the platform like this one that helps you like have conversation with people. So yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways you can have a conversation with others.
okay. So, one last question I want to ask that how can someone make the best use of this platform, Engoo? It's just about the conversation, and I have noticed there is some study material as well. So, how can someone make the best use of it?
I would say it's actually to be active and to engage in the lesson as much as you can. I always tell my students ask questions. Like even if you think this is basic, this is a stupid question, ask. Right? It's not even about the answer that I will give to you. It's about the way that you actually are developing that critical thinking and getting a sense for that language. So yeah, I would say that. And for example, for my students, like 10 minutes before the end of the class, we always kind of have this free conversation where we're able to talk about the lesson. It's very important for people to use their own sentences and structures. So
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
I'd
Okay.
say so you're a very interesting person and also very inspiring, I have to say, like with 18 years old. Do you maybe think that you will go to like other platforms right now because your YouTube is so successful?
No, I don't think as of now I don't have any other plan. I'm just really passionate about it. Earlier, I used to write poetries and articles, so I thought that I could be a content writer. But after working for 1 year as a content writer, I really felt like I'm not a person who can work for 9 hours sitting at one place in front of the computer and just writing something. And content writing is really different. So I really find it like the teaching is very interesting thing.
And can you tell me more about like what exactly is content writing? I heard about it, but I'm not sure.
So,
What is it?
basically, what I used to think that whatever the thoughts are coming in your mind, you can write examples, not the examples, the articles you can write in a beautiful manner. It was content writing. But when I entered in the field of content writing, it was like completely different thing. So suppose you have to write about a product, then first you need to do a lot of research. So I have been a content writer, and I used to write content for education, like for government school teachers, how they can make their teaching quality better, and how they can how they can make students feel comfortable. So this was the content I
Mm.
used to write, all about the education part. So I didn't really enjoy it for a long time, and then I thought I should again come back to the teaching profile that suits me the more.
Yeah, and I really, love, for example, when it comes to the online teaching, that you have like the freedom to like teach people all around the world, but
That's
also
true.
you can go all around the world.
Yeah,
You're not stuck to one place.
and when you start teaching, you also study from your side. So, do you also study before teaching or something?
Yes, yeah. For example, like, um, wait, in what sense? In what sense do you mean?
Like a lot of people say, when you are a teacher, then it is very important to feed your brain something. So,
Mm.
and on some of the YouTube channels, I have seen that people say that I study before teaching, or I keep on feeding my brain. So, if you are an English trainer, what kind of content you should feed your brain for becoming
Oh,
a good teacher?
oh. Well, for example, I'm very lucky. Well, lucky, I guess, because I study economics on English language.
Okay.
So when it comes to the English, I feel like it's much higher and much more fluent, I guess, because it's college. You have to know some more advanced and professional words. So usually I read a lot about economic, international stuff, and yeah, I would say it really helps me to kind of keep my English at the same level at least. Yeah.
So, I can pick a point here, like if you are reading on the daily basis, then you will get better.
Thank you. I hope so too. Yeah.
Okay.
It was very nice meeting you.
Yeah,
I
same
had
here.
very interesting conversation with you.
Seriously, same here.
And yeah, I hope all the best. And do you have any questions for me?
No, no, no. Thank you so much for your time, and it was really wonderful.
Okay, bye.